Here we are for another PLA podcast episode, and I have no other than Anandhi Subramanian, and she is an absolute gem to have in the community. We're so excited to have her on today's podcast. Anandhi, welcome. Welcome to the PLA podcast. It's such a treat to have you on here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to take a quick moment before we dive in just to introduce you more formally to our audience today. So, meet Anandhi, raised with values of discipline and commitment as the eldest daughter of an Indian Air Force officer, made a bold life choice leaving a thriving IT career in Bangalore to support her husband's career in the US 26 years ago, dedicated years to raising her two sons, which she's so proud of, while cultivating a passion for lifelong learning and creative pursuits. A multilingual and community-oriented, fluent in 6 languages, and recognized for leadership in organizing family and community events, successfully reinventing herself as a program manager in IT, balancing professional excellence and her family role with grace and resilience. Welcome, Anandhi. It's so lovely to have you on
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for the beautiful description or introduction, I would say. Sometimes when somebody talk about it, it feels, oh, really? Is it about me? So, yes. So, thank you. Thank you very much.
It's an absolute pleasure. And I think that some things that people are going to get to discover with you. And I think there's a powerful word in that introduction that I really want to highlight. And I actually may want to even start the theme off of this podcast episode with is that word of reinvention. The word of learning to reinvent ourselves throughout our career and throughout our life is so powerful and so important. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit more about your relationship to reinvention, because it's obviously played a major role throughout your life and career.
Right. Yes, yes. So I'm happy to say about that. I'm always kind of curious to learn something new. And I always have passion of more creativity and my art kind of thing. So growing up as I was, you mentioned that I'm Air Forceman's daughter. We grew up with multi talents, not multicultural people, get surrounded by multicultural people, try to learn so many different things. At that time itself, I started wanted to learn different languages. So that's how it started, trying to learn different language. And even the language, I would like to talk as if I am part of that language people, so that they don't feel that I'm from different place and talking that language. So that's how I insist. So always try to learn something new. And so whether it is kind of growing up, I saw somebody doing roller skating. So I wanted to do roller skating. When I came to US first time, I learned roller skating. I will not say I'm expert, but I can say I can be on the wheels. But I learned the roller skating. Next thing was the swimming. So swimming those days, yes, we could have going to the ponds and the cup. I did not get the opportunity. We did not have a swimming class. That is the other thing that I always wanted to learn. So when I came to US, I had my first baby. I mean, that's my second baby. And in US, it's the first baby. So I had my baby. And in order to lose my weight, swimming was the exercise with one of my another friend. I lost roughly close to more than 15 pounds. We used to go and self teach each other, like after the baby getting ready after the nap and breakfast and the uh, nap time and everything, put him to sleep and then take him in the stroller. And we have an indoor pool in that apartment. We try to support each other and learn and then go and eat. So always I kind of wanted to learn certain things that I like to learn. So whether it is being the passion things or anything in the tech life. So in spite, I was helping my husband to come over here. He was there is something called ISRO, Indian Satellite Research Organization, that is something equivalent to NASA. My husband was a scientist. I would proudly to say that. So he left that career and he came here to pursue in automobile industry. So we have been here for all along in Detroit, Michigan. And so I was new to this place, taking care of the family. But in the meantime, I always tried to learn something. So I went to Skill Path, where they taught us how to manage multiple projects, do the deliverables, things like that. I went to community college, went to learn networking. Then I did my Java course. So always I would like to learn something. But I have drawn a circle of my own that I want to be around the families. I don't want to move away from the family for the career. So I was compromising my career. So I'm putting it off, but what happened is, one of a family friend, he started a business. So he said, can you assist me? So that's how I started. He knows how I'm organized, detail oriented. So they looked at that qualities and a little bit of creativity, in the sense, an eye for something. It can be any kind of thing, like whether it is kind of making an art drawing, or any particular, even cake, because I love to make baking. So I started learning the cake baking too. So in that also there is an art, so eye for that. And it was a print management company, so he hired me. It started with couple of hours at beginning. My husband was not comfortable. He was got used to be me around at home taking care of the family. He was not uh, up for it. It was okay. He wanted to give it a try. So he just said okay to me. I started with a couple of 2 hours a day, then 3 hours. And after a couple of years, I went to full time. So, and the owner, the friend who gave me the opportunity, he moved back to India, giving sole responsibility to me to take care of the operations in here. And it went really well. That other company was interested in buying that. So he bought that company. And I would say I followed my instinct at that time. So I would strongly recommend anybody to follow their instinct. At that time, I've been postponing so many opportunities, but this particular thing, I did not let it go. I just hopped on as soon as I got the offer and just followed my instinct. And it had helped me today. Why I'm saying is, I lost my husband 3 years ago. So because of that experience and that my resilience to keep learning something new, I get to know to work culture and kind of thing, it has helped me to survive today and have a lot of networks of people and friends with that. So I'm able to be standing on my feet, strong in this country, without much of the parental support, I would say, any family support. Yes, I have family and friends. All the new friends are my family, but that learning during my path had helped me to shape up who I am today.
Wow, what a story. There's and we feel for your loss, Nandi, and at the same time I know with everything that everything I've gotten to know of you in the last 6 months truly is something he'd be so proud of. I have to share with the audience something that's been an observation in getting to know you. You are so willing to go first. You are willing to be imperfect. You are willing to try to be a student too. And it's very rare to see someone at this caliber do this, that to be so open-minded and say, you know what, I'm going to try this and I'm going to learn as I go. And even throughout your story, even there's the swimming lessons, the roller skates, this has been something that has weaved in and out of your story throughout the entire time. I think there's also some other key elements, that piece around technical skills and creativity. And
Yes.
a true artist, a true creative brings that lens, brings that perspective everywhere they go, whether
Right.
they're problem solving or they're at home in a creative endeavor or on a side project. Wherever they are, they're bringing a different perspective, which can be very helpful in so many situations and organizations today.
True. Yes. So,
And yeah, the
go ahead.
last
Yeah.
little thing I want to share is how you are such a support to the community. And even the story with the swimming, and we were supporting each other and we were there for each other and we were coaching each other and guiding each other. Anyone who knows you are such a team player. Even before we started the recording, it was like, oh my God, my team is doing so well the day that I'm on my community from this day. And it's just been, it's so beautiful to see, and it's truly touching to see someone so committed to doing the work and growing, but is willing to take her community to grow with her along the way. And I just really wanted to highlight that before we go any further.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. As I said, when I was growing up to be a military man's daughter, I had the same thing how I am today, away from my country. I'm in this foreign country. Similarly, growing up, we were away from our family and up north in India. So growing up, I had the same situation where I am away from the family and like away from relatives, I would say, cousins. Growing up, we are growing up other people. So that has helped me to learn a lot, to get to know, get to mingle, and helping each other. So today, same thing, I bring it here and I try to teach the same thing to my kids. See, when we come to this country, I always say that we should not leave our roots. We should not forget our roots. We need to continue that. I was able to do it, to keep learning our language, what we speak outside the home. I speak different language at home with the friends. I try to continue that. So, touchwood, my older one is able to do it. He is inclined to learn that, but my little one is is resistant. So, I'm not sure. I would say, or would tease that maybe the first one I spent most of the time staying home and teaching it. The second one, I went to the workforce, so the attention is less. I don't know, maybe yes or no. So, it is all the give and take there. So, he is very much. Surprised other day when the family I need to suddenly switch between languages. He was able to see how I was able to switch. He has never seen me in once in within 5-10 minutes people surrounding I'm able to converse in different languages. So like that I try to pick up stuff and try to help people whoever it is in different regions or community. Just an example, I would say, we went for a visa stamping when I was trying to come here in a different city. There I went and to pick up my passport, I went and there was another person who came there. I have not known him. He said he has come to southern part of India. He want to buy a sari, a gift for his wife. So I said, okay, I'm going to the shopping area. Why don't you come with me? So we both hopped in a taxi and went to the place, helped him to select a sari, and he left. And even till today, a memory. I'm surprised. How did I go with a stranger? That is the instinct, one thing. And again, had
Yes.
full intention of helping that person. So sometimes I strongly follow the instinct and we make the judgment based on that. To think about today, anybody traveling with an unknown, we always teach our kids not to travel with unknown people. I don't know how I did it. There are so many instances in my life where I have done things which, if I think today,
Mm.
I really don't know how I did it.
And
How
I
I did it.
you bring up such an important point is oftentimes we think a career is built on logic, on strategy, on certain moves played that are predictable, and that really isn't true. And a lot of our careers end up unfolding in our professional life and our journeys, life quite literally ends up unfolding in ways that we cannot explain. And oftentimes it's not logic that led us. It was our heart, it was our intuition, it was our instinct. Something inside said, yeah, this is right, or ooh, this isn't quite right, and this is wrong. And how do I differentiate? But it's that feeling and trusting that feeling.
It's the same trust and feeling that instinct made me to join PLA. I would say that here, where that instinct made me said, no, now I first came to about in 2023, I had in-person session too in Michigan, but at that, after I've been there, but it has been on back of my mind. And in 2024, I said, okay, this is the time I need to go. And so that instinct, and here I am today with you in front of you, that instinct made me to be connected today.
Oh,
So I
and it's
strongly believe in instinct. And again, don't let any opportunity go by. We never know what it brings. So we need to keep trying, try our best, and something will come out of it. So
It's
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful. And I love that you followed your gut and the timing and trusted the timing, like
yes,
you knew when the timing was right and honoring that piece. Like some things may not be for certain people today. And down the road, the timing just falls right into place.
true.
Speaking of timing, I want us to take us back in time. I want to take you back in time and ask, knowing everything that you know today, all this experience, all this knowledge, all this growth that you've done in the last few years, really. If you were to go back in time and give yourself a piece of advice, let's say 20, 25 years ago, what would you say? I'd be so curious to know.
What I would say. I have to think because there are so many things I would like to do it differently. So here I would say is be disciplined. Don't give it up within few tries. Keep trying again and again. Yes, it may look like you're repeating the same stuff. It is not giving you any fruit, but it will down the road. If you keep doing it, you will never know that it will turn it to your positive things. um,
Yeah.
Always look at your gains, where you say, okay, instead of getting demotivated or discouraged kind of thing, think your qualities and then move forward instead of looking at the final destination where I want to be. In order to get there, we need to have a clear plan. I've been hearing Tony Robbins' lot of podcasts where he says that one should envision where they want to go, how they want to go, and that will where they want to go means where they want to go. Then they can carve the path how they want to go. I can truly relate to a simple to our domestic life. For just for example, I envisioned my first son's second one's first birthday, full everything. I could play the whole party in my head, and I was able to play it as I wanted. Since I envisioned it, I was able to play it. So same thing, I would love to take it to my career as well, or any part of life. Anybody, any part, whether it is professional or personal, we should envision first what we want and then walk towards it. That is the biggest lesson that I have learned. And I'm trying to, sometimes, yes, it is not clear what we want or where we want to be. And at that time, I think so we definitely have to stop and take a break and think about it. Once we have the clarity of what we want to be or where we want to be, definitely we will know how do we get there. We'll be able to get there. That is what I have learned from my experiences so far, my learnings in my life. Yeah.
And I think that's so potent. When the vision and the desire is clear, then the path starts to reveal itself. And,
Yes.
it's so true that, the path will not reveal itself until the vision of the destination and the goal is clear. And oftentimes, even the path in its entirety won't reveal itself, but it will step by step as we grow, as we move, as we commit to showing up and doing the work.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Incredible. So, there's so many, and I love that piece of discipline. There's this quote that Vamsi shared one day, and I love it. And it's like, be willing to do the boring work. Be willing to do the boring work. And so many of us are chasing, and all of us in our careers are chasing the exciting, the fun, the new shiny object on what's to do in our projects, in our work, in our businesses. And all of a sudden, we forget those mundane, small, repetitive tasks that a lot of us avoid are actually the ones that bear true fruit in the end if we're willing to stick to them long term.
To add to that, I just when one thing that I heard from the Tony Robbins podcast recently, especially yesterday, he said, discipline. You need to bring the discipline, but it doesn't mean that one has a willpower to overcome the resistance of not the laziness or procrastination. It is not the thing. He says you need to remove the stuff out of your way which is blocking and then go. So it will become easy. So you don't feel that you're pushing yourself. It is not the person who has a willpower has discipline. It is the person who is able to remove all the obstacles and still continue to do it consistently is the one who is able to build the discipline and the standard. One should have a standard to be disciplined and then will be able to achieve his goal. So that one was a very powerful thing that I learned. So I thought, yes, definitely. So I started writing last 1 week. I would say I've been consistent in writing my morning pages and to do
Beautiful.
tasks. So he said, you keep doing it, you will be able to do it. Yes, the thing is, right now the schedule, the kids are off, able to do it. Again, when the kids go back to school, the schedule changes. So the priority, the timing for us, it changes. So I had to again move the timing when I had to do it. So yes, that is the biggest challenge. Always we need to adapt to the situation. It is not going to be the same.
Yeah.
It is always changing. So we need to, based on the situation, one has to adapt to. Similarly, I would say today's evolution, AI, one
Yeah.
has to change, to raise up to the occasion. It is similar to the situation where those earlier we had typewriters. Now the computers came. At that time, everybody had the resistance and the fear of losing the job. The machines are going to take our job and kind of thing. But it evolved into a new kind of role. So with AI, one time I hear it is going to replace, but one time it says it's going to enhance our productivity and give value to it. So there are a lot of evolutions happening, something new coming each and every day when we wake up. So we should be able to quickly adapt to it, able to get learn those new skills and try to see how we can be bring it to our professional and personal life. And that is going to be the new life, I believe, moving forward, as everybody started with a desktop, laptop, to the cell phone, and now the AI. So
Yeah.
something is totally different that my kids those days, they say the rotatory phone they haven't seen, so we don't know what how for them how to use it. So similarly, all these things, Asian things, will become very vintage for them.
Yes. And you brought some really key points. At first you really started with that word standards. And I want to take a moment. It's like, here we are, we're listening to you. Yesterday, listening to a podcast by Tony Robbins, in PLA, committed to doing the work. It's you never cease to learn. And I think that this is a testament to who you are and the standards that you hold for yourself. And those standards of constantly growing and exposing yourself to knowledge and new information that allows you to step up your game continuously. So I just want to take a moment to highlight that.
That is one thing. And another thing I would say with PLA, some of the things, whatever we hear, is not something new. Some of them we have been hearing it. They are old things. Again, we brought attention, keep reminding us.
Yeah.
That is the thing I would say. There are a lot of things. There is nothing that we have not heard about growing up or even now. So many people's, but those things in a situation, it makes sense and it will stick to us. Certain things, even if we hear, it goes off. But all this information, all these things are there, we have learned, but we need to make use of it. Then we will be able to observe and remember and do it.
Absolutely.
Becomes a habit and kind of thing. So yes, there are few things that is we have not heard about it, but majority of them we would have heard about it. People would have said, growing up would have said, but they would not given us the reason why they are saying it. So it is really hard for us to accept and follow it. But when they give out the reasoning, then makes sense, then they follow it. Even I would have seen with my own kids, when we say something, they don't follow. They have to have the reason. If they agree, they believe that, and they follow it.
And in some ways it kind of ties to that piece around someone's why, their
Yes.
commitment to doing the work. And when like they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Like that piece around those that are willing to stick through the storms, have a vision for their life so strong, have a reason for doing the work so strong that no matter what stands in their way, they can move it out and keep moving through. And so, yeah, there's something powerful about your sharing all of this.
When
And
you
then,
say why, recently in PLA, the next belt that we are working on, they said, look into the video of Sainik's, the why video. So he said, you start with why. So what you said earlier, start with why, and then say what you have to do and how do you have to do and what you have to do will fall
yes.
in place. People will listen. And that, so I think so that is what we should follow. I should follow with my kids, or even in my profession, in my business meeting, where I say start with why and then go with what and how, definitely will be able to what to say, make an impact.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And touching on PLA, I'd be so curious. Let's just say in your PLA journey, what have been the greatest lessons or learnings and growth opportunities that you've come across for yourself? You're thinking, wow, that has been the biggest evolution that I've seen from the very beginning to Anandhi today. I'm so curious from your perspective.
Yeah, so evolution, I would say, yes, we are busy, but sometimes we think we don't have time.
Mm,
uh, I kind of, with the PLA guidance and small tasks that we try to do, trying to find a way for it. Today I see I had all this time. What I'm doing today, before PLA, I did not do it.
wow.
I felt I'm kind of too much time, I'm not able to do it. But today I'm doing the task of PLA, the regular thing of my personal and my family, and my professional work, plus this PLA and learning, I'm able to do it. So definitely PLA has helped me to open up, or help me to look into the areas, how to do it, and where are my uh, point, times where I'm
Mm,
not utilizing it effectively,
mm,
productively, I
mm.
would say. So that if I spend like, and another thing is that PLA is reinforcing that spend time on yourself, like give importance to yourself.
Yeah.
Just similar to what the in airplane when they say first give the oxygen mask to yourself and then to the kids. So similarly,
Yes.
you need to take care of yourself, give growth for yourself, development, everything, and then for the other person. So if you think about me right now, I'm the head of the family. So now I need to take care of myself. Then only I'll be able to take care of the kids.
Yeah.
So that is more important. And that is what I'm doing right now, join PLA and following my
Incredible.
guides, the gurus, whatever they're saying. And today I'm here with the Pascot podcast to share my experience.
Yes. And it's beautiful because in some ways, we hear this story oftentimes of parents with young children. I can say it till I'm blue in the face. They won't do what I say. But if I do it, all of a sudden I turn around and they're trying to copy me. And so what we can do as parents, and this is an invitation to everyone watching this podcast, is what can I implement today and start to embody that allows my children to see this new way of life, this new way of how I can show up, this new way of how I walk, how I think, what I study, what I spend my time doing, what I value, what I prioritize that would be helpful to them. The best investment we can make for our kids is actually in ourselves and to show them that it's okay to work on ourselves. And actually, everyone in community, everyone around wins when we show up as a better version, which takes time, effort, energy, and commitment to go within.
Yes, I totally agree with that because the kids are watching. I have noticed that with my older one, who is 25 today. I mean, who will be 25 next week. Next week, um, I have been telling certain things. So at that time, they were not listening. So I thought it is not getting to him. But now, when he's grown, when he says certain things, you said like this, you said like this, all those words, at that time, I thought he's not listening. But now I could see that it is silently going inside them, but they are resistant to show that they have listening or that is going through them. So I learned that we should not stop continuing to say what we learned or what we do. So they are watching and they are able to follow it. So same way, we need to set an example. What we preach, we should be doing it. What otherwise, if we say something and do something different, they are not going to follow us, or we are not setting an example for them. So it will be hard for them to visualize, to believe which one to do, which one to follow. So I could say, I strongly say that never stop advising or whatever you feel like, keep continuing that. And it will definitely have an effect on them when they grow up little bit. Like when they, like I would say 21, 22, when they're towards that age, to some extent, they become human, especially boys from my experience. Right now with my teenager, I'm going through the phase where he doesn't, whatever I say out of my mouth, he thinks I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm saying, it is not the not that will work. So I'm hoping that wait for a few more years and then see, wait with the patients. Earlier, when with the older one, yes, it was hurtful, it
Mm.
was stressing, trauma, overwhelming, everything, all the different mixed emotions. But how that older one has shaped up. So I think so. I did not do anything incorrectly. So
Oh,
continues doing that, but improve more. So that's what I'm trying to improve. So they used to tease me that my pronunciation, Houston, they taught me how to say. I used to say H-O, Houston. So he said, no, Houston, you have to say Houston. So they say, why you learn so many languages quickly? Why you not picking up this language? I said, so I'm not hearing much people, and nobody showed me the differentiation. Once you show me the differentiation, I will be able to pick it up. So they want me to learn and they are ready to teach. So each day I'm learning something from them. So
oh, as
yes,
they're watching you, you are learning from them too. It's such a gift,
yeah,
truly.
yeah, each and every day. I remember my little one, my older one, when he was young, kindergarten, I believe. When I say now, he laughs. He says, when he got his report card, he did not show it to me. He showed his dad. So
Oh,
he said, Dad, here's a report card. I said, I can sign it too. No, my name, like in our culture, dad's name comes after this thing that's family name or whatever you call it as.
yeah.
That is the name. Your name is not there in my name. So that day I said, oh my God, I did not know this question will be raised. Otherwise, I would have put my name in the middle. So yeah, so those are the things that we learn, that the kids, we never know that they will be asking, thinking like that,
Yes. They
that
raise
raise that question.
such
So
fascinating questions. Absolutely. And I'm
yeah,
curious, like, what are you most excited about in the next 6 months?
6 months. I have to think.
And it can be further than that too. I'm curious, like, what is in 6 months something, or you're currently working on that has its timeline that's spanning over?
Yeah, so next 6 months is my 6 to 1 year, within mainly the 6 months. If it happens, it will be really nice. Where as I started the new job as a program manager, I love to see how my previous
Hmm.
company that flourished and took off. I would like to take this company also to take off. So
Incredible.
that is my goal, and that is I envisioning, if it happens, that will be very, it's a big achievement for everybody on the team who is working on that. So
Oh,
that is what I'm looking. And of course, within a 1 year, I would love to go and visit my family. Yeah, every year I go and visit. So next year, hope I will be able to visit.
that's incredible. Those are very exciting goals, and it's something beautiful to look forward to. And everyone watching this recording is definitely going to be rooting for you and looking forward to seeing these beautiful goals come to fruition and to bloom.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to just take a moment to honor anyone who's heard about us mention this PLA community and is curious, like, okay, who are these PLA members? What happens in this PLA community? We have this beautiful free training. I'm just gonna, there are no strings attached, just putting it out there in case you're interested or just curious about what happens in PLA and to understand in some ways a bite-sized version of the depth and value that this community provides. I've spent many, many, many years in personal development, and this has been one of my top communities that I've ever been a part of, worked with, and had the absolute pleasure of spending so much quality time with and getting to know on a very, very personal level. So I will put a QR code just on the screen in case anyone is curious. You can scan this QR code and just find out when the next free training is. And as time goes on, using the same QR code, you'll be able to see the dates will get updated and you'll get a little bit of a taste of this. All righty. So, Anandhi, I just wanted to thank you for your incredible time today and the wisdom that you shared, your incredible story. Truly, it's been an absolute privilege having you on the podcast, but also a privilege having you in this community. You bring so much value in who you are by really embodying the work and being so courageous, always going first, always being willing to try, and being such a team player, truly.
Thank you, Zinia. It was a pleasure to be in the podcast. This is my first podcast. And thank you for all the beautiful questions, letting me to go my memory lane to think about all the things what I've done or what I'm going to do too. So it was really, really nice, a nice experience. Thank you.
Beautiful. Wishing everyone watching a beautiful evening or day whenever you're listening to this. And we'll talk so soon. Have a beautiful evening, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.